Hi sir, we are here for instrument and measurement students. We have made this project as per our subject requirement. This is the project which we have made here, which detects the magnetic field, and it's blinks the LED when any change comes in the magnetic flux around the sensor, which shows the availability of magnetic flux. So here we are 4 people works in the group. Myself, Priyal Kumar Ashwin Bhai Jaiswal. My student ID is 10387951, and the other students will introduce themselves first.
Hello sir, my name is Dhruvin Patel. I'm also a master student. My student ID is 10419019. Here's the other guy.
My name is Sagar. My student ID is 10401474.
Hi, my name is Sudhanshu. My student ID is 10419170. So basically we will tell you about the description of this project.
Yeah, our colleague Sudhanshu will be having a brief view of the video, and he's very good with videos, so we have been doing
So
some
where is that Arduino sensor? It's like basically a 14 points device, and this is a microcontroller. In this Arduino device, basically we bring a magnet like this magnet closer to the sensor, so that we can detect the magnetic flux. As we can get the magnet closer to the sensor, then there will be a slight deflection.
Yeah, you can see as we take the magnet close to the sensor.
As we bring the magnet close to the sensor, then the light's LED is started to change the color. So as we move far away from the magnet from the sensor, then the LED will not blink. As we bring closer the sensor, then it starts again to blink. So that's why.
Okay, so in this case we are having two possibilities. The magnet, we are working with the North Pole and the South Pole. Now when we take the magnet to the face of the sensor, the North Pole, which is this one, to the face of the Hall effect sensor, then the light blows. If we take the South Pole, then the light won't blow. As you can see, this is the South Pole, and we are taking the magnet near to the sensor, but no light indication is there, no LED is blinking. Now similarly we are doing, this is the South Pole, and we are taking the back of the magnet. Here we brings the magnet back. You can see the LED is striking. So this is the magnet reverse polarity, you can say, which detect the magnetic field.
So
now,
it indicates that like this sensor is polarity sensitive. So we have to put the correct polarity. If we put the wrong polarity, it will not detect the field. So that we can say that it's a polarity sensitive. And this looks like, it seems very simple circuit. It's not a big circuit, but like this small circuit has a very useful applications. Like you can find this application in many of the security systems, in the mobile phones. When many places you can find the application of this. Like even just like we put the magnet on our mobile phone display, like, and it can start the screen will show the light. So it's an indication of the magnetic field inside. So like this circuit is useful in this as well. And nowadays we have some flap cases of mobile.
You can see here there is the code. The code has been written that has to be put inside the Arduino. So
Make it work.
this is the Arduino. Okay.
Now I'm going to describe the circuit diagram as connected over here. We can see over here, and as for the sensor, we have the 3 terminals for the sensor, and one is negative terminal, and one is the plus 5 volt terminal. We supply the 5 volt on the middle one, on the left, at the left terminal, and it's the ground terminal. We connect to the ground on the Arduino. It's connected with the ground on the Arduino. We can see from here, I think the orange one, it's connected to the ground, and the other one, the middle one, it's the 5 volt supply terminal. It's connected yellow, and I've connected over here in the 5 volt, and then after the other line is the signal line, and that's the signal line I've connected at the input terminal number 2, and it's the data line. And this microcontroller has the 16 data line, and we can assign any of them. And then after on the output terminal where the LED is blinking, and it's connected with the 13, data number 13, and the point number 13 is assigned at the output terminal, so that it sends the signal to the LED, and then after the LED blinks, and whereas the point number 2, the data line number 2 is taken as the data input line, and it just takes the input signal from the sensor. And while we bring the magnet close to the sensor, initially the sensor is in high state, and as we bring the magnet close to the sensor, it will go on the low state, so that it sends the signal to the data line number 2, and then after just the microcontroller will process the signal, and then after an output signal for the LED is given so that the LED start to blink. And
Because this
that's
is
it.
the project of this. Basically, we just used to find the magnetic flux through this magnetic sensor, just with the help of this magnet. And hence, our project is now in.
And probably if we make some additional circuitry attached with this, and we can probably upgrade this project to measure the magnetic flux density as well with the use of LCD. So that's the still possibilities with that. Still, like at this moment it's just sensing the magnetic field, but if we enhance the circuit, and we can upgrade it for the magnetic flux density measurement project as well. Thank you.
Okay. So as you can see, this is our final.
There are some examples of this magnetic flux, like the North Pole and the South Pole in the Earth.
Yeah,
It's the main example of this magnetic
obviously this is you can
magnetic
see
flux using
the
this.
whole the circuit diagram has been explained, the hardware has been done perfectly, the coding has been done here. I think this is the most common, the most used. There are various users as explained here in the Hall effect sensor, so that's something good.
Yeah, even nowadays it's used in the mobile case as well sometimes. So when we flip cover, when we close, it automatically sends and it turns the lights of the screen off.
Of
So
course, it
that's
is also used for the mechanical purpose, like the speed sensor.
Yeah.
In
the car as
it is
well,
in
even in the car
it-
speedometer it is
Yeah,
used.
it is used at the speed sensor, and as well as on the various sensor like the crankshaft position sensor in the engine of the car, and speed sensor, and the other.
Okay, so it was a good experience building a group project along with the team members. I hope you like our work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.